the spiritual practice of forgiveness. It is such an important practice. And it's a topic that when we really go into it deeply can bring up an awful lot of stuff for us. And I hope that in the things that I'll be sharing this morning, that I'm able to give you some tools to use to be able to do whatever forgiveness work you know is necessary in your own life. Forgiveness is absolutely a key spiritual practice. It can be found in all of the world's major religions. We have Jesus at the time of the crucifixion looking out at those that put him there, saying, "Father, forgive them. They know not what they do." Powerful words, powerful time to be speaking those words. Ernest Holmes, the founder of the Science of Mind, a sister teaching to the Unity teaching in New Thought, wrote this in his book, The Science of Mind. What untold grief of heart might be relieved by words of cheer and forgiveness, remembering that the Spirit holds no evil toward man and that God is love. We should emulate this divine lesson and forgive all, that our hearts may be free from the burden of our own condemnation. That our hearts may be free from the burden of our own condemnation. Yet we still find at times it hard to do if we're honest with ourselves. And it's not uncommon for us to feel or to silently say to ourselves, "I'll forgive when I start to feel better about the situation." But actually we have it in reverse. We'll start to feel better when we forgive, not the other way around. There are 3 aspects and practices that I want to share with you that will help in your deeper understanding of forgiveness and taking that work to the place that will bring about the kind of healing that I think your soul longs for. The first tier, there are 3 tiers. The first tier is this: we must leave blame behind and reclaim our power. We reclaim our power when we take responsibility for how we feel and what we're going to do now. Emphasis on the now. In other words, we are not blaming the perpetrator for what we are feeling now. What we what we are feeling now, even though it's hard to wrap our arms around it, is a choice. It is a choice. And we must, in order to move into a place of true forgiveness, we must begin the process of leaving the blame behind and reclaiming our power for what can we do now. Now that that has happened, whatever that is, what am I going to do about it now? How am I going to be with it now? What are the feelings that I'm going to allow myself to have? I'm no fool, and neither are you. And when really awful and horrific things happen, it takes time to be able to move into this place of taking responsibility for the feelings that we have now and choosing to feel differently. It is not, I say this frequently when I talk one-on-one to people about forgiveness. Forgiveness is not like a light switch, not for most of us, and not in the tough places. It's not like we decide, I'm going to forgive, we flip a switch, and there we're done. It is much more like a dimmer switch. We eventually get to the place where we say, I'm not going to stay in these toxic feelings and attitudes anymore because I'm imprisoned when I do that. I'm going to take a step toward forgiveness, and then it begins to work more like slowly creating that opening, slowly turning on that light to be able to move into a different place. When we blame, we know this, when we blame, we stay stuck and we experience ourselves as powerless. When we take responsibility, we experience the true power of choice that we absolutely have.